Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I am delighted to be guest designing for Bramble Fox, and I have used the Summer Adventure set to make this layout. Now I'm making this layout on holiday, so I'm not in my perfect position, so my lighting is not quite right, so sorry that the colours are a bit off on this video, but hopefully you'll see in the photographs the true colours. So I am working with an older Simple Stories collection called Family Fun. I love this collection because it has kind of boy colours in. It's kind of neutral really. It's not really boy or girl. It's about, having fun and playing games really. So I just loved the colours in the word super from the Bramble Fox Summer Adventure set, and that's what I wanted to use. Now those colours really reminded me of like superheroes or boys, and my little boy just had his 5th birthday party. At the time of recording this, he's still not actually 5, but his birthday's in the middle of the school holidays, so we decided to have it at the end of term, so it means he's had his birthday party already. So anyway, so he's having his 5th birthday party in this photo, and he's looking super happy and had so much fun with all of his friends that I decided to go for the title Super Fun. So I was totally inspired by the colours on that word super and went digging around in my stash to find what I could use, and I came up with this Family Fun collection, which I have been holding on to. So what I've done is at the moment I've gone for a black background. That changes in a minute, by the way, and I've decided to cut a load of triangles or starbursts from these 2 papers. So I've got the check, I love a check, and the black with the stars. I love stars, so you can see why this collection appealed to me. I have these 2 photos, although I end up only using 1, it's all kind of coming together. I'm not too sure about some of the angles I've got going on, and I wasn't happy with how it was looking against the black, and I think that's because I have the black paper with the stars on. If that had been white with the multicolored stars, that would have looked different, but it isn't, it's black, so the black against the black didn't look quite right. So I've gone for the checks, and also those angles weren't quite right either, so I have cut those off where I needed to too, and I needed a few more, and there we go. Look at how much better that looks against the white. So that is what I'm going for, and that's how I got to that decision. Something just wasn't working, wasn't sitting quite right. So now I just need to get everything arranged onto the layout. Initially I was thinking that I would have everything angled or pointing over towards the left edge of the layout, but as I'm putting it all together, I'm not really liking it, and I'm really not happy with those funny angles, so I'm chopping those off and making those straight. So they're all similar triangles. They're not exactly the same, but they're all pretty much the same. They're all folded in the middle as well, so they have a bit of dimension. And then I'm thinking that my 2 photos can go there. In the end, I end up just using the 1. Initially, I was concerned because I wanted to have my word super fun title on white cardstock or a plain cardstock rather than over the pattern, but I get around that and put it somewhere else in just a moment. So that's why I was trying to keep a big area on one side so that I could put my title, and then I thought it would go better in a row, so I'm trying this the other way around, but that didn't really work either. I wasn't too happy with that either. So, scrapbooking is a process, isn't it? It takes some time to work out what we like and what we're happy with, and it takes some trial and error. And this is what eventually I turned off the camera and fiddled around with it some more, and this is eventually what I came up with. So I'm going for just the 1 photo. I've also added in some red triangles as well. I didn't have very much red. It's just a very small amount of solid red that I'd got left over, so I have just added a few bits of that, and the bits that you can see are cut in half and they don't extend beyond, but that's okay, right? But I put the 1 big red triangle on the right because it was a plain colour. The title looked fabulous over that red. I was so happy with how that looked, so I didn't have to worry about it being on the white. It was fine on a colour part of the background design. I've also gone ahead and used that fantastic stencil, Starburst Stencil, by Bramble Fox, of course. It's my hands down my absolute favourite, all-time favourite stencil that I've ever used, so therefore I was delighted to dig that out and use that as part of my Bramble Fox guest design layouts. You may find it ends up on every layout that I make because I love it so much. So I just used a green Distress Oxide ink and an ink blending tool to add that there, and then my photos going in that middle point, and then I've added my title already onto the red and the word fun underneath, so now I'm just adding embellishments and just having fun, really putting bits and pieces onto the layout. So I'm using some stickers, I'm using foam stickers, I'm using ephemera, I'm using more stickers, and just putting bits in. I have no particular and nothing in particular that I want to include on this layout. I've obviously got my title in already, so now it's just a case of looking through the Simple Stories collection to find some bits and pieces that work. Now, his birthday party was at a soft play centre place. Anyone who's got kids knows those. So it was the board games theme of this layout, of this collection wasn't ideal, but lots of things in it still worked. So, they played with cars, they ran around, they played games, there were big foam dice that they were throwing around. So the dice work, I've got the racing flags because they rode the go-karts, they had popcorn for their dinner, so I've put a popcorn in there as well, and the word go was perfect because honestly they were just bonkers the whole time that we were there. So all of those things kind of worked, and the stars as well, of course, and then let's play is on the left hand side of the layout too. I love the title, the super fun title. I just think this works so well because it was super fun. I think it's the most fun he's had in his life. He was absolutely in his element, and therefore this word super fun I just thought was just ideal and perfect to scrapbook that memory of his 5th birthday party. I probably should have put a number 5 on there somewhere, but I have failed to do that. I have written it in the journaling though. Underneath the photo, I've added 3 little label stickers from the sticker sheet. It says what they say, a blast, which he definitely had a blast. Let's play some games. They certainly did that. And the race is on. They definitely did that. They went about 90 miles an hour the whole time they were there. Okay, so it's all kind of nearly done, coming together quite nicely. I'm just adding some black lines with my ruler onto those stenciled starbursts or sun rays, just to give them a bit of extra definition, to look like it's kind of bursting out of the side there. I'm also going around, sorry for the view of my head, but I'm going around each triangle with a black journaling pen and doodling a border around the edge of each one. I just felt that it needed a little bit of extra definition. To be honest, you can't really see it in the video, of course, but up close it does give it a little bit of extra definition, and I'm happy that I did that. It works quite well. Not so much on the black ones, but on the red and the check for sure. I should have said that the edges of all of my triangles are all distressed as well, of course. Okay, so that's me pretty much done. I do just want to finish off with some black paint splatters. I need to cover my photo, but otherwise I'm going to go pretty much all over the layout. I've started off with some very big splatters, shaking them directly from the tube there, and then I'm coming in with some smaller ones with my paintbrush, which are I have a bit more control over the paintbrush, and I definitely get smaller splatters. So there we go. That is pretty much, that is my layout complete. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this creation come together. There we go. The colours are a little bit better in my photographs. Like I said, I'm not in my my normal setup, so things are a bit different. But yes, thank you very, very much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Bramble Fox using the Summer Adventures set.